Is your kitchen as safe as it needs to be? We talk a lot about design and the construction of new kitchens, but what are the top things you should have in your kitchen to make sure your family is safe? One of the things that we actually did is we set up a cabinet that has all the different safety equipment in it. Now, main things to think about in a kitchen is you've got cuts, burns, so you want to make sure that you have some first aid items. We have that available just to make sure that you have Band-Aids and all that, but you probably know how to handle the first aid stuff. But what we really want to get to are the big items: fires, falls, and choking. Those are the main things to think about in the kitchen, especially if you have young folks around or elderly folks. You want to make sure you keep everybody safe. Now, when we were designing this kitchen, my wife didn't want to have a big gas range. She was afraid of the fire. She has always used electric. And now we have a big 6-burner gas range, so she was nervous about fire. So one of the things that I found online is a Prepared Hero fire blanket. It's a blanket that sits right here in the cabinet. You can pull it out and you can lay it over a fire. So you want to make sure that you have that ready to go in a cabinet that's close by, not too close to the range, but close enough that you can still grab it. So that was the one thing that we did. And that seemed to calm her down and give her some opportunity to kind of make sure that the family was okay and she wasn't going to create a fire in there. The other item is choking. We actually had a friend of ours pass away from choking on a piece of cheese. So right after that, we got a LifeVac home kit that's set up so that you can actually help somebody choking immediately. It has a couple of different sizes in here. We have it pre-set up for an adult size because we have mostly adults in our house. So that can actually go right over your face and pull out whatever you have getting lodged in there. You can actually use it on yourself too. So if you're home alone, which is unfortunately how our friend passed, she was home alone, and that's a great kit to have. Above and beyond that, you want to make sure that you have fire extinguishers. We have multiple fire extinguishers in our house, one right outside the garage door, which is just literally 4 steps away. And then we have them all over the house for other locations. Now, what about falling? Having the door down is a very, very dangerous situation. So people forget very easily that it's down and they can fall back and hit their head. I used to sell homes to 55 plus folks, and that was actually a main thing that happened in those homes. People would fall over. So be mindful of that. If you're not right on it and using it, tilt it up a little bit so it doesn't catch the back of your feet. Make sure that you can keep it open if it's venting and you're cleaning it, but you can just pull it open, do what you need to do, and make sure you shut it back. And then last but not least, follow me. You want to make sure that the family's not using chairs to stand on things. So this is what my wife used to do. She would bring the chair over, and next thing you know, this was her ladder, and you don't want that. This chair doesn't hold a lot of weight. It's not very stable, and you want to make sure that you're safe. So having a step ladder close by in one of the rooms is a great thing to have. Don't let your family stand on this. I've seen people fall over, hit their heads, and that's a pretty far fall, especially if you have cabinets up above. Make sure you set your home up for a ladder, and make sure that it's rated for the size of the people in the home. Make sure your home is set up safe, and then it'll go a long way in case an emergency happens in your home. I didn't know that battery storage was a big deal in a house. I did some research and I found out a lot of fires actually start in homes due to battery storage. They take batteries, you throw it in your junk drawer with all the steel items, and next thing you know, you got a potential arc situation happening in there. So one of the things after my mother and father-in-law's house burnt down is I created a battery storage box in our own home. Bought it on Amazon. There's many different types that you can use, but now the batteries are stored nice and safe. And I don't know why this was a huge fear for me, but now that fear has gone away and we got the house set up correctly. So make sure your home is set up safely. All right, 2 things to think about in kids' safety in a new kitchen is a lot of times you like to have the knife blocks out, but if these are in reach of kids, that can be a danger. So maybe putting them up in a cabinet would make more sense. And then secondly, where you keep all your chemicals. Again, when you have children that are starting to crawl around, this can be a danger. My kids are grown, I don't have to worry about that anymore, but once in a while we have friends that come over with their kids. You want to make sure that this is actually protected. So you never know, you want to just make sure that the family is safe. So think about chemicals, think about where the knives are, dangerous equipment, and then make sure it's stowed away. All right, keep your kitchen safe. If you're thinking about fires in the kitchen and you're kind of working through that, what about fire detectors? There's so much new technology coming out. A lot of times you're burning things in your kitchen and you just disconnect it because you're sick of hearing it go off. Well, there's a lot of new technology, and we had the opportunity to talk to Tom at Kitty Fire Detectors, and he told us more all about the new technology coming out. Check it out.
I'm Tom Magnetti with Kidde Global Solutions, and we have some new technology in smoke detectors. So, but if you are doing a kitchen, for example, right? A lot of people are like, oh man, I always set my smoke detector off.
Yeah, and they pull them down.
I'm burning my hamburger or whatever, right?
Whatever.
And then, so they're setting it off, like, oh, I don't know what to do, so I pull it down, right?
Which is a dangerous thing to do.
Really dangerous. It's kind of, you know, you don't want to do that, first of all, because if there's no detection, you really only have a couple minutes to get out of the house,
and you're on your own.
And you're on your own. Okay. So, but what would happen in the smoke detector realm right now is we are in kind of the new age of technology. To where we've made
It was in commercial for a while, but now it's residential.
So long and short of it is, the alarm's smart enough to figure out whether you're burning your ground chuck. Or that your couch is burning, because you really need to know the difference.
That's good
right.
to know the difference.
So now this photoelectric technology is able to distinguish those different types of smoke. And so people ultimately aren't tearing them down, aren't putting themselves at risk.
So keeping the family safe, leaving it in place.
Yeah, right.
The fire detector is now smart enough to be able to tell what's on fire.
Absolutely.
Hopefully not your kids.
Right, hopefully not. Right.
Yeah, so it's very, very important to make sure that the family is safe.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
Hopefully this information is going to help you keep your family safe and allow you to enjoy that kitchen for years to come.